Hey everybody, Rich and Manzi here, and welcome to our front porch. So we finished off last time talking about, leading right up to our engagement. I asked her to marry her. She said yes. So we decided that we would go into this one, maybe talking before we get into the meat and potatoes of raising kids and building our life together over the last 30 years, that we would just hit a couple of fun stories or, a couple things in maybe the early years before kids.
How about months before kids?
Okay, early months before kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your definition of fun and my definition of fun may come out differently in these stories.
It was fun. They're going to think it's fun. You're going to think it's fun. So.
All right. So we're going to start with the trailer. We shared in one of the previous videos about going over to his trailer and hanging out all night and talking. But the trailer deserves some description, some
honorary mention.
So I went in to use the bathroom and realized that as I was sitting there, that you could literally see the ground because there was a huge hole in the bathroom, and
on the floor right beside the toilet.
And when I came out and mentioned it to Rich, he acted like it was no big deal. That he had actually had animals come up through that.
Not animals. I had a rat that made his home underneath there, and he would pop his head up every now and again. So that was Pedro's hole.
And I did not grow up around holes in the ground in the bathroom or rats. So then I also went into the kitchen and I wanted to get a glass of water and noticed that there was this high of dishes in the sink. And I'm like, okay, he's a single guy. He just doesn't know how to take care of his dishes. So I go, Rich, do you have a clean cup that I can get?
The sink was broken. So the landlord didn't fix it. The sink was broken. I couldn't wash dishes. Anybody who knows me will attest that.
So there were 2 bedrooms in this trailer. And so when I walked down the hallway and looked in one of the bedrooms, there was literally this mound of clothing sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
And I asked Rich
That's the laundry closet.
That's the laundry closet. And so I will tell you that did transfer over to our marriage a little bit. It became the laundry ironing board, but we will talk about that later. And so then the last one was he told me that there was something on the other side of the door, the back door, and I soon discovered that what was on the other side of that door was a huge Rottweiler named Duke.
Yeah, Duke.
Yeah, Duke.
So that's a fun fact.
I had never grown up around huge dogs either.
Okay, so fun fact about the Duke and the back door. So prior to Amy coming into my life, we already said that I wasn't really living for the Lord at that time. So there could possibly have been a few parties at that trailer leading up to that time. And so if you're familiar with a single wide trailer, you have the back hallway that goes to the bedrooms, and then on this side is the back. And the back door is, because it's a trailer, it's elevated. Well, I didn't have any steps off to the back. So it was just, if you opened that back door, it's an immediate drop off. But then right there was where Duke was tied off when I had guests over. And so I would occasionally, during these parties, people would ask me where the bathroom was, and most of the time those parties were at night. So I would say, oh, first door on the right. And they would end up going down first door on the right. And one of 2 things would happen. Either in the dark, they would fall out, or Duke would jump up and start ferociously barking at them. Very funny, very funny. And
I didn't get to experience any of those.
Yes.
So
good times.
Good times. So anyways, so really the trailer should have sent me running. So to me, that shows that there was some real connection and true love there, because
God was in that.
Was definitely a foreign experience for me. So
nowadays people would say, red flag, run away, girl. This guy has some major issues.
So we're going to wrap it up right there. just talking about the trailer and letting you just kind of process through and maybe just kind of simmer on what was Amy thinking.
Yeah, but come back next week because you're going to hear all about the story of the runaway truck.
And then you'll really be thinking, what was Amy thinking?
Okay, so thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the porch.